Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Brooks, and I'm a business management student here at UMass Amherst. I researched NFTs, specifically common copyright problems related to NFTs and how to mitigate these issues. Before delving into the world of NFTs, it is crucial to understand something about them. This is that the legal problems I will be discussing should be viewed as copyright and trademark problems rather than NFT-specific problems. These issues do not arise from any inherent shortcomings of NFTs, but rather arise from the ever-present battle between the First Amendment, freedom of expression, and property rights that artists have in their creative works. Essentially, what can be copied or not copied. An introduction to non-fungible tokens. I'm sure that most of you have heard of NFTs to some extent. So let's define exactly what an NFT is and why they exist. NFT stands for non-fungible token. Fungible means that an item is replaceable, replicable, or interchangeable. So in this case, these tokens are none of those things. These tokens are often solely depicted as images, such as JPEGs, that you can see on the right here. But they're not limited to this. NFTs can be audio files, games, digital real estate, or anything that has unique lines of code. Non-fungible tokens exist on what is called the blockchain. The blockchain is a virtual place where NFTs and cryptocurrencies are stored. The primary reason why people are interested in purchasing NFTs is because they see it as an investment opportunity. Believing that these pieces of digital data will gain value over time, people are willing to spend large amounts of money on them. Where the copyright issues arise. So there are two main legal problems that consistently come up when it comes to NFTs. Number one, did the person have the right to put the NFT on the marketplace? What this essentially means is that when the NFT was placed on the market, the person who put it up there may not have had the permission to do that from the artist. This can, of course, lead to a slew of problems. The second major problem is that once the NFT has been purchased by someone off of the marketplace, what can they do with it? Can they make copies of it and sell them? Can they turn it into another NFT? These are all questions that need to be answered before the purchase has been made. So my hypothesis. The issue of whether or not the person had the right to put the NFT on the marketplace and the extent of what can be done with the NFT once purchased can be mitigated through a variety of ways, which include authenticity contracts, standardized industry certificates, and improved smart contracts. So let's define what those things are. Authenticity contracts are a verifiable way to ensure that the NFT being purchased is from the desired artist or brand. These contracts can also be a way to make sure that the piece of art is the original piece and not a replica. Standardized industry certificates are an effective way to certify both the authenticity as well as what can the NFT be used for post-purchase. These certificates can be either given by the government or simply enforced within the industry, with the certificates acting as sort of an added benefit or security for the customer. Finally, there are the smart contracts, which already exist but simply serve as the computer functions that manage the transferability and assign ownership of NFTs. These contracts are supposedly built to ensure that the NFT purchased is identical to what was advertised. But as we'll soon see, that does not always occur. Improved smart contracts will make certain that these processes work smoother and more effectively. So my research. I explored a wide variety of ongoing and closed cases involving NFT copyright. I will discuss three of the most impactful cases from my research in the coming slides. Okay, the Meta Birkins case. So this was a case involving the designer brand Hermes International. The defendant's name is Mason Rothschild, who created a digital version of fur-covered bags called Meta Birkins. These virtual bags had the same exact designs as the real Hermes bags. Rothschild claimed he was making, quote, or making art based on the world around him. This, of course, caused a huge lawsuit. The next case that I researched was the Playboy Rabbitars case. This is a case involving Playboy Enterprises International and defendants John Doe and Vazgen Zolo creating counterfeit fake Playboy Rabbitars, which were essentially copies of what you see on the right-hand side here. This collection featured almost 12,000 NFTs inspired by Playboy. John Doe and Vazgen Zolo's URLs were identical, and the NFTs used the same Playboy trademarks as the real ones. Finally, there is the most famous NFT case of all, which maybe some of you have heard of, the Bored Ape case. So this case involved Yuga Labs, the creators of Bored Ape Yacht Club, and the defendant Ryder Ripps, who created knockoff Bored Ape tokens, which he called the Ryder Ripps Bored Ape Yacht Club. Ryder Ripps claimed that his art should be protected because he was making a commentary about Yuga's Bored Ape collection, and it was under fair use of creative expression. Conclusion. The largest cases surrounding the copyright aspects of NFTs could have been mitigated had the sellers of the NFTs implemented authenticity contracts, standardized industry certificates, and improved smart contracts. A common trend between the three cases was that all of the defendants believed that what they were doing was either legal or they could make a profit illegally and get away with it. In the case involving the Meta Birkin bags, the artist claimed that he was, quote, making art based on the world around him. Had there been a standardized industry certificate in place outlining on what grounds artwork is permissible, the entire lawsuit could have been avoided. In the Playboy Rabbitar case, the authenticity contracts would have prevented these fake Rabbitars from ever entering the marketplace in the first place. In regards to the Bored Ape NFTs, improved smart contracts would have alleviated people's disbelief when they realized they had bought a Ryder Ripps ape rather than a Yuga Labs ape. Implementing rules and regulations is vital in such a new industry such as NFTs for them to remain a successful idea. Thank you everyone for watching.